Hello guys, what's up? This is Kunz and today we're gonna deep dive into the world of creatine. Creatine might be the most misunderstood supplement that has ever been created. It has so many myths around it. It causes damage to your kidney, it causes hair loss. It's basically a steroid. It is only for the bodybuilders. And finally, that we hear a lot is that it will make you bloated. Almost every one of these claims came from misunderstanding, isolated reports, and weak evidence. And in the other hand, creatine is the most researched supplement in the human history. Creatine is not a drug. It is a natural compound that your body makes from the amino acids. Your liver, kidney, and your pancreas produce about 1 gram a day. You can get creatine from foods such as beef, pork, and fish as well. About 95% of the creatine is stored in your skeletal muscle, and the remaining 5% are stored in your organs such as your brain and the heart. Imagine in a body, every tiny cell have a rechargeable battery. The battery is called ATP. When you lift something, when you jump, when you sprint, and when you think very hard, very intensely, your battery drains. Creatine acts like a rapid charger. It recharges ATP. When your body runs out of ATP, it helps to gain energy instantly. So how does creatine works actually? So I'm gonna avoid all the biochemistry. So I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible. Think your body as a smartphone and the ATP as the battery and the creatine as a power bank. So whenever your battery then drains out of power, so the power bank will instantly refill it. This is why guys, creatine mainly helps during high intense activity. So what are the benefits of creatine for the muscle? So guys, there are hundreds of randomized trials and as well as meta-analysis that strongly support these findings. Creatine helps increase strength. So for that reason, you can get your higher repetitions, the more energy output, as well as when the time goes by, you are gonna be building more muscles. Not because creatine build muscles, but indirectly it will help you get the more strength. So for that reason, you get more repetitions. With the more repetitions, with a higher intense volume, you're gonna create muscle over time using the hypertrophy. So these benefits of creatine for the muscle, these are not based on only one study. They are supported by the many clinical trials and as well as large number of meta-analysis done through the years. And when it comes to creatine, it has really good benefits for our brain as well. This is where the most of YouTube videos stop, but the story does not. Your brain also needs a huge amount of energy. The creatine helps build energy. So the researchers has been studying whether it can help the brain function or not. And when it comes to the finding, the researchers have found that it helps with memory, mental fatigue, staying mentally sharp after a poor sleep. Vegetarians who have lower store of creatine in their body and as well as older adults. Some of these findings are well supported while others are being studied in the larger clinical trials. The science is promising but still evolving. Why creatine isn't just for athletes? Creatine isn't just for people who go to gym. It may also benefit office workers who spend long hours concentrating, students during intense study, and gamers who usually need long period of focus, shift workers who always don't get enough sleep, older adults who are trying to stay strong and independent, post-menopausal women, especially combined with the resistance training, and people who are recovering from their injuries, and anyone who is trying to slow age-related muscle loss. So for that reason, now many researchers around the globe see creatine not only for a sports supplement but much more than that. The biggest myth concerning creatine, let's go through them one by one. There is a word that is being thrown throughout the internet that the creatine can cause damage to your kidneys, but the current evidence does not show kidney damage in the healthy adults with recommended doses. People also have the perception that the creatine can cause hair loss, but there is only one small study done about it. larger group of study does not support this claim at all. People also call that it might cause dehydration, but the systematic reviews do not support this claim. And people might also say, what about the water retention that the creatine causes? But the creatine will only hold the water inside the muscle cell, not throughout the whole body. There are also a large group of people who are concerned that the creatine might damage their liver, but there is no such evidence that claims that creatine can harm your liver as a healthy adult. We might also ask ourselves, what about the teenagers when they are in their growing phase? For the teenagers, it may be appropriate with the proper guidance, but at the same time, the involvement of the parents and the healthcare professional is indeed needed. So, do you need to cycle it? There is a question mark, and the answer is no. There is no strong evidence that you should. So, do you need a loading phase? The answer is usually no, but if you do, the loading works faster. But if you took 3 to 5 grams of creatine per day, it will eventually take you for the same results. Now we are going to talk about who should be really cautious and careful about the creatine usage. Creatine is healthy for most healthy adults, but not for everyone. People with existing kidney diseases should be taking a consideration of the doctor before taking it. If you are having your kidney test done, then you should tell to your doctor that you are having creatine, because it might increase the blood creatine level in the kidney, so it will not interpret the results even if your kidneys are healthy. Now I'm gonna talk about Dr. Rhonda Patrick's view on the creatine. She is one of the most influential people, and she also claims that creatine should be as simple as omega-3 and the multivitamins for the healthy adults. She often talks about brain energy, the mental performance that the creatine increases, healthy aging, sleep deprivation, healthy muscle, and healthy bone as well. She has also discussed that the higher dosage, if you take more than the traditional dosage, about 3 to 5 grams, it might help some brain related functions.
I think that creatine for the brain is the most interesting,
such as sleep deprivation. However, this research is still being developed under the medical professionals and is not yet the medical standard for the recommendations. Now we're going to talk about how to take a creatine. The best form of creatine that has been most studied is the creatine monohydrate. For most healthy adults, 3 to 5 grams a day for the loading phase, optional, not necessary. So people always wonder, when should I have the creatine? Morning or the night? The timing really shouldn't matter. The most important thing is that you should be consistent with your creatine if you're gonna take it. So guys, we are approaching to the end of this video, and all I can say is, if I have to recommend one supplement that has the decades of research and the scientific finding, the creatine monohydrate would be the top of the list. Not because creatine is some sort of a magic, but because none of other supplement has been studied this extensively. It's not just for bodybuilders, it's not a steroid. And while it won't replace a good sleep, nutrition, and the exercise, it can be a simple tool that can help your muscle and in some cases your brain as well. And all of the information that I've shared with you guys has been backed by the science. If you look the research that has been done about the creatine, it will be more than 1,000 pages, but I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. In the world full of supplements making big claims with little proof, creatine seems to be the opposite. It is one of the few supplements that consistently delivers what it promises. And thank you for watching, guys. And I will be listing all the major studies that has been done in the creatine. I will be listing down in the description. If you find this video helpful, guys, please consider subscribing. And this is where we separate facts from the myths. And I will see you on the next one.